Hey guys, so I found the Hydra Arc bow and I just wanted to give you a quick overview of how the whole mechanics work. I will just show you with above 75 for 2 additional arrows so that you understand the mechanics real quick. And we'll just go over all the skills that are possible. So let's just start with Flurry real quick. You have to shoot 1 time. Once you press evade, then it will shoot. It looks a little bit weird here when I continue walking. And if I put this one away, then I'm underneath 75 dexterity and it looks like this. And what can we do with Flurry? Pretty much you could get mana back, you can get the adrenaline rush, so this everything works here, but with Hydra Arc you of course need to have it as your main skill. And normally Flurry without the channel, it's not really good as a bow skill, so this doesn't really make too much sense to use. This is pretty much Flurry here. We can go on with Puncture. Puncture looks like this. I think it can also happen exactly that it spreads to different directions. Also works like this. The most important stuff is maybe the frenzy buff here. This one works. As you can see, we can try shadow daggers. This also gets applied by evade. This one actually doesn't work. When I do this, it's just a normal puncture procs actually here. Quite interesting. And those are pretty much all the... Maybe we can try this one, but I think this will not work. Oh, this doesn't work as well. This is it for Puncture. Also, in my opinion, doesn't make sense to use Flurry and Puncture so far. Cinder Strike, we could try. Where is it? Here. Looks like this. What can we do? This one I think works. So you can evade and get your oil coating stacks up. But again, also not something where I can see to actually use it. Maybe mana stacking and then go something with this one, but I will show you later with Detonating Arrow that this doesn't really make sense. And next bow skill is pretty much Multishot already. The most important text I think is Giant Slayer. We can use this one, even though it will not work of course because it's direct use, but I can already show you. So this one looks like this. Double shot in any random direction. Giant Slayer also works, I think, here without Pierce. Yep. Again, this one is not working. I think the Pierce should work. Yep. Also something where I don't really see a Hydra Arc to use it. I mean, it could be additional clear, but the Dual Class actually makes way more sense. Then we could go Heartseeker. This is actually something where I can see that will work well. Let's do it like this, maybe real quick. Burning Daggers is something we can use. Where is it? Heartseeker. So this one actually for Burning Dagger procs. It's quite insane actually. Yeah, as you can already see, it's more like maybe like a speed farming bow. But really to use it as, I don't know, like boss damage, I think there are better alternatives for the current skills that we have. But Heartseeker is something where I can imagine to use it actually. The next one is Hail of Arrows and Dark River don't work because it says it excludes cooldown and channeled attacks. So this one will not work, and now we can go for Detonating Arrow. Detonating Arrow and Explosive Traps were the skills where I could see the Hydra Arc. So we can do, for example, what I wanted to do is mana stacking. This one where I can see where it could really be strong, but you will already see the problem. Can you go away? Thank you. For mana stacking, with this explosive, or for the Sucker Punch arrow, you need to hit the target again with the arrow. But if I do it like this and evade, as you can see, it just goes for a random enemy. So this also doesn't work, sadly. So pretty much the mana stacking idea is already gone on single target. Even if I go here, let's try it with this guy. It even shoots down, but at least it goes up there. Also something that I would probably not really recommend for clear here. This is working with the chain, this is working. But again, Detonating Arrow is not really a skill that is really strong lately for the last patches. Only the mana stacking was good for boss killing, but the whole map clearing and whatever was pretty bad actually. A very, very bad experience for this one. So you could use it, but I think you will also struggle then with the mana issue if you just wait around. So it makes more sense to do it with the charged version that I showcased also in my videos. Also something where I cannot really see Hydra Bow to use, but where I can actually see it, like I said, it's not the best version, but I think it makes more sense if we go Blast Rain. I think we can go the classic route here. Let's see, let's put all the mana stuff in here. We can start like this. So this is actually a version where I can see where it works. Maybe we can do it like this real quick. Showcase. Also, of course, you need like boots where you can reduce the evade, or you can get an extra charge, or also reduce the cooldown recovery rate. Yeah, I would do it like this. I think probably like a setup like this is better. Then you can get a little bit of mana back, because the second shot explosive or the blast rain usually these days is just way too much for the mana cost here, so you need a lot of mana regen to actually sustain it. The second shot costs like 50% of the original cost, so even if I evade here, as you can see, big mana drain. That's why you usually combine it with the note here on Detonating Arrow to get mana back. But yeah, even for speed farming, as you can see, it's not really, like that effective, to be honest. And I mean, at the end of the day, you need the damage while doing bosses also, and I think there are just way better alternatives than this. So it's like maybe like a fun idea, but I don't really see like an effective playstyle. I use Hydra. The only reason where I would use Hydra these days, I think, is for Hail of Arrows, because when you roll it with very high damage here, then it actually has higher rolls than Dragon Song or Reign of Winter. Also with deck skills, I mean, for Hail of Arrows you can get a lot of more damage multipliers here, so that's where I can see where it's useful. Also with the dexterity, but the whole mechanic itself with the repeat for speed farming is, in my opinion, not really that efficient. Also the implicit with poison, I think they just try to give you like alternatives to really play around with this bow, but yeah, again, not really a very effective bow in my opinion. Cool concept, but didn't really play out that well. And if you go even higher with dexterity, then I would also struggle with mana a little bit more. So yeah, cool idea, but at the end of the day, I don't really see like a cool concept for it. If you have cool ideas with the bow and actually come up with something nice, please let me know. I always like to try out something. But yeah, for now, this was pretty much just a showcase for you, so that you know how it works.